Do you think that Sophie deserves better than Benedict, or are you on Team Benedict and you think that what he's doing makes sense?
Who on this camera?
Bridgerton is back, and our lead character, Sophie, here, she's giving Cinderella to the call. But if we're being honest, Cinderella deserves better.
This season, fourth is it fourth or fifth or third? I don't even know. This season of Bridgerton, the protagonist Benedict. I've never been a fan of him because he is such a in their lingo rake. So yeah, I'm not a fan at all.
I think it's peer pressure that's making me watch the show, honestly.
I'm pretty sure that a lot of you have watched the show, regurgitated it, gone over it. But now let's chat about it now that all of the dust have settled. My
Yeah.
name is Vakim.
And I am Minifome. Welcome to We Have Binge Watching.
Yeah. So let's talk about Sophie and Benedict first of all. Confessing his love to Sophie, telling him in his words she consumes him. But in the same vein, he's also telling her to be his mistress.
Yeah, I found that as like a big slap in
Yeah.
the face. If Sophie did not feel so when part two comes, I don't know what to say to her, because I think she was hurt by that comment. Because like, oh, I'm ready to give you everything, and then the next thing is that be my mistress.
Yeah.
I was so mad at him because I don't really care about Benedict or whatever he does normally, but when he made the statement, it really annoyed me a lot.
The
Yeah.
entire season has this loaded thing, but the question for you now is: would you have accepted this offer from this gentleman? Because I don't think it's a gentleman at all. Would you take this offer from this gentleman? Because if the tables were turned and it was a lady that was acting as like Benjamin, she would not be called a lady. So yeah, I don't consider Benjamin a gentleman at all. In fact, I don't even know. I like anything might say maybe it's peer pressure making me watch this show because yeah, why am I here if I'm so pissed off about everything? Because I'm thinking now that okay, yes, I don't really like Benedict or Benjamin. Benedict or Benjamin, which one is it?
Benedict.
I don't like Benjamin. I don't like Benedict. In the same vein, I also say I don't like Anthony. I Colin. It's not really so. I don't know what I'm doing here, but yeah, as I was saying, would I have accepted this offer? Thinking about the entire social economics or social dynamics in the at the time, Sophie's at a vulnerable state, but at the same time, she is in love with this gentleman. So she's seen it from a different perspective. And for me, this will make me to lose interest in you because, first of all, we had a moment, and apparently, I'm the girl you're looking for. Next thing, you're asking another woman
Yeah,
to
although
be
he's
your
not aware,
mistress.
a lot of things
Yeah.
that Benjamin says like it's like okay, this is not supposed to be so, because
Yeah.
you know the way the girl's lips look, the mystery
Yeah.
girl at the ball in the beginning of the season, you know how her lips and her eyes look like, and you should be able to recognize it or say, okay, there are similarities with this lady and this housemaid that I am actually interested in right now. But he has
Yeah.
never caught on yet,
No,
even though they've been up close.
that's why he's drawing him to her, but it's not possible that a maid will be there at the time dressed, because
The
people are not so audacious at the time. So he could not just really fathom the fact that okay, it could be my maid there.
I get that. There's sometimes like okay, there's sometimes that idea will come in that, oh, is this not her? But to Bennett, it has not even crossed. But you now be like, if it comes to your mind, like, oh, it's not possible now. Why would she get a dress from like that and get to the house? That will
Yeah.
come. That makes sense. I say, okay, it's not possible that she's the one. But this one, he has not even thought about the similarities between them.
But he had this feeling of he had this like is it a
That they've
premonition
met before.
when she held his hand.
Have
Then
we
also
met
when
before?
he was speaking to the other girl that is his potential partner, he also felt this is it a premonition I'll call it from with her from the doorway. So
Nah, it's not giving. This is the lady I'm supposed to be. I've not seen it, honestly. I don't know. Maybe I'm the one that's not seen it yet, but Benjamin has not given me that. That okay,
Yeah.
seen the scenario that then oh no. It's only once that character. Are you sure we've not met before? And that's just it. But he has never really said, okay, look at the lips, because you are making sketches of this lady and this housemaid, and you've not yet drawn similarities between these two sketches that you've made at two different times in your life. I don't really get it. I don't think he ever liked that girl.
and if I for me, if I were the lady that he was consumed by, I don't think you're doing enough. I don't think you're doing
To search
enough.
for her.
I thought, yeah, he went around searching for me, but I need you to be broken more. Like, not you're anything you are interested in another girl. You are, I don't know how to explain it. But if you say that, oh, this is the girl that I want to be with her. Next thing you are looking at another person again. I know that it's the same person, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
it makes no sense that after sharing a kiss at the lake, then you went back home and started with another lady. And say,
yeah.
oh, that's the girl of your dreams. A lot of things that Benjamin is doesn't really add up. I don't know if it's the
Yeah.
writing that is the problem now with the show, but
People haven't said in the book that Benjamin was way worse than he is at the moment. But let us know what you think in the comments. Will you take this offer from this gentleman if you were in her shoes?
moving on to other characters this season, like Violet Bridgerton, I was more interested in her love story with Lady Danbury's brother last
Yeah.
season. But this season, I'm just like, okay, people should get over it. People are adults. I know at the time it was funny because she's a widow and a lady and might be disrespectful and she's trying to take care of her other young children. Just see that, okay, in a stable place. But at the same time, I don't really care for them this season. They're doing too much.
I don't really care for them, but go girl, be happy, Miss Violet, because it's been a very long time since her husband died. So yeah.
And for her daughter, Francesca and her husband, whatever. I don't know what's going to come in that love story.
I'm thinking Francesca's husband's cousin and Francesca will have a thing. The entire confusing things have been happening since last season.
Yeah.
And now the lady reappeared again and Francesca is flustered. I will be happy to see a little bit of twist, a edge of a seat moment in this show because I'm not getting any.
Yeah, the stakes are not high at all, so I'm not really enjoying Bridgerton. I think the
Yeah.
stakes were much higher. Just like all this fancy tea, ball days that like just like a routine
Yes.
clockwork every. I
And
know it's a season that
Yeah.
this is what happens in the season. You go for balls, you go for parties and the rest, but still the stakes are not high at all.
especially when you know how things end, we need a moment where you are like, oh my gosh, I was expecting this turn. I know that it's written, it's a book. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I'm just moving along. Penelope this season is annoying to me. She's doing some kind of married woman things, and I don't like that thing at all. I despise it so much. For example, first time when I watched this scene, I was already angry and until I had a conversation with somebody and the person actually gave me another angle. But I'm still going to share my angle with you anyway. When Penelope and Francesca were having a talk, they're both married women. Oh, okay. And she was what's her name? Eloise, her friend, comes in and she's saying, and Eloise wants in on the gist, and Penelope just said, "Oh, it's married. It's what did she even say?
My boring marriage stuff, I guess.
Marriage stuff. Get out of here." Because, but this person told me that okay, maybe Penelope did not want to embarrass Francesca, so that's why she did not break them because like it's Francesca's story to tell, not Penelope's story.
That's something.
Yeah, that's
because they
another.
are always
Yeah.
talking. But again, polite society is sometimes like that. Although I'm like, okay, yeah, because people are girls and people are best friends, people will still want to whisper and talk about it and giggle and say, oh, but not yet. You're not yet married and all. But it's just every opportunity they got, they wanted to just make. I feel like the show is now pushing Eloise to a point that okay, she wants to be married because everybody's
Yeah.
getting married,
Yeah.
and but she wants to even be married. Nobody's really exploring the straight not yet exploring her interests. They talk about her from the first season. Eloise has been there, but at the same time, this season, as if they are not pressuring her to be married or something. I don't like how they're taking Eloise.
And the other characters that are in the fringes that already did their part, like Colin and Penelope now, it's just very dull. Whenever they come on my screen, I'm like, I'll be get out of here because for me it's like done and dusted. But let me just do some hi, I'm still here, but also done and dusted. You know, I don't think I weave beautifully into the story in a way that you say, oh my god, Colin and Penelope, oh, haha.
Because you don't enjoy their season, that's why I didn't enjoy their season. So if I saw Penelope and
Even Anthony and Kate.
if I saw them, I'm like, if I see Daphne and the Duke, I'm like, oh my god, Daphne and the Duke, I will smile.
Daphne and the Duke. Even, do you know, funny enough, even in season 2, if Daphne and the Duke came, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not even about you showing up or whatever, but it's just that
relevance.
you don't care about their love story, so it's just like, oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
Penelope and Colin's story is supposed to be good, but I don't know what happened there.
Yes, because that's such a good trope. Friend's brother.
Friend's
so
brother,
nice.
and you're friends with the brother, and you were also friends with him before, and then you fell in love. It's supposed to be a nice story, but nah. Even the whole Lady Whistledown thing now, I don't really like it anymore because there's a lot of.
I don't know, people that read the book, is it too early that they reviewed her as Lady Whistledown, or was it just proper timing? I just feel like we would have enjoyed it better if she was still Lady Whistledown and she was still running around and she's Colin's wife, or maybe only Colin knows.
Yeah, and her mother. I don't know, the queen knowing and everybody in society knowing.
Yeah,
I don't really
kind
like
of
it.
water down the entire juice and gist and everything that.
Yeah, because now the queen is trying to control the narrative and wants to say, okay, you tell me this. How will it be exciting if you know?
The queen is seasoning. She's very lonely and she's kind of frustrated. She's holding on to Lady Danbury, although Lady Danbury is saying, I want to move on to other ventures. So that's where she's at. Danbury is leaving.
I think you want to see the world because when you're at that age, you've been in one place all your life.
Yeah.
You just really want to explore
But I'm
beyond
wondering
your
if she's going to
estate.
be leaving the entire franchise.
Maybe. I hope so. She's not my favorite character.
Okay.
I think one of the problems I have with Bridgerton, even not just the season, is the pacing. The pacing is always really slow and it gets on my nerves. How there's strolling with the pace. I don't really like it, especially since stakes are not high. I will repeat, stakes are not high. I love when the stakes for love are high, and even if it's not a thriller, well, there's something there that will make you
You won't
giggle.
kick your feet.
Yeah, they're not butterflies in my tummy when I see this report, see a love story. I'm not rooting for them.
I agree with anything on the entire stakes thing. Because we already know how it ends. These people will wind up together. And honestly, this season, with all the bashing I've been bashing, this season actually trumps season one for me. Although anything I disagree, she says it stakes in season one were higher. I agree. But I just dislike season one story so much. I read the book, I watched the show, and I just thought that Daphne was out of line. So there's no redemption on that front. Yes, the Duke was eye candy, good for him. But I just cannot. So funny enough, although I don't like Benedict, I think that this story it tops it for me. It's number one for me right now because I just enjoyed it kind of. I love Sophie. Sophie is just such a great actress.
Yeah,
What's her
she's,
name? I
she's
don't
one
know her name.
carrying
I'm
the
sorry.
entire show.
Yeah, she's carrying the entire show. So that's why I like her. And even though it is a story that we know too, a Cinderella story is something that everybody knows. It's just still from her point of view, not from other people. From her when she just a joy to see on screen, basically. And her stepmom, her stepsisters, that's the plot line that I enjoy rather than the tone.
Yeah. You have any favorite swoon body moments?
I don't have so many moments yet, so we'll
I'm
see
sure
about
I'm sure
part
TikTok
two.
will whip up something for us to shove down our throats. It's always like that every season of Bridgerton.
Yeah, but this season don't have any season anymore, or am I the one just avoiding it? I have not seen any like
Edits.
edits that oh my god this scene and all of that. I've not seen any edits for
Maybe
that.
I've not really been online so much like
Yeah,
TikTok.
maybe I was
But
avoiding it.
it hasn't come on my Instagram. Thank God. It's so
Yeah,
annoying. So yeah, if you liked this season, tell us what you like about it. Do you think that Sophie deserves better than Benedict, or are you on Team Benedict and you think that what he's doing makes sense?
we on this camera. So let us know what you think in the comments. Until next time, just take care of yourself. And if you do not agree with us, be easy in the comments, be kind, be sweet. And if you agree with us, go off. Let us know your thoughts always. Until next time, do take care of yourself. Goodbye.